to your block. Motherfucker get shot. What? Big talk coming from a little man. I am the boss, bitch. I know middleman.
Spicy questions? Hey, bring it on. Bring it the fuck on. Come on. You can come with whatever question you want, man. It's Gucci anyways. I have some questions as well, of course, you know, because me and Chandra, we never talk like OC about the characters, you know. Everything that's happening and everything that's going on is like natural in roleplay. Holy.
Hello.
Hello. Damn. Your camera on and everything.
Oh yeah. You can totally see my face. Yup. Totally.
That is great though. Holy fuck. That is actually amazing. So have you planned anything for this mini podcast? I know like one of my mods talked to you. Because we really talk actually OC with anything like planned in character or anything like that.
No, we can't. I didn't plan anything. I think I was asked, hey, did you want to be on this podcast? And I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool.
Hell
and then
yeah.
I was told, oh yeah, it's gonna be today, and I was like, okay, cool. And then it got moved, and I was like, okay. And then today
Okay,
I was
cool.
like, hey, is the podcast happening today? And they're like, I don't know. Confused, like hasn't told us anything.
I'm so bad at planning stuff. I'm the worst person when it comes to shit. Like
you were supposed to send me information.
I was supposed to send you information. Yeah. Okay, please. Now if I go into the mod chat now on my Discord channel, I guarantee you my mods be Kongfue. Why are you such an asshole? And how do you feel that Mari is married to my chat? How do you feel about that?
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. I love that. Like, I didn't realize that Mari was married to the chat. Now I thought that I guess that relationship moved fast, and I thought Mari was just Chat's girlfriend, but apparently now Mari's Chat's wife. So
yeah, you are like they are like almost more invested, you know, like than the character itself when it comes to Kari and the stuff we are doing.
I don't think we've even done anything too crazy.
No, we haven't, but hey, still, it's amazing though. I have a question from somebody from the chat though. If you're down for it, basically. Or like basically the question is like, did you enjoy like the slow RP when it comes to like before KJ and Mari became a thing and everything that led up to how it is today?
Very much so. I love slow roleplay more than like, you know, fast-paced pogs and stuff. Like I like roleplay where, you know, you drop little things here and there, and then you know, like 2 months down the line, all of a sudden it's relevant. I love shit like that. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. Because it was a long time. We've been like, the characters have been friends for a long time.
Yeah, to be honest, I actually never really expected them to get in a relationship.
Me neither, actually.
It just kind of happened because, like, I'm not going to go into too much detail. Yeah. Because, you know, I'm out of respect. But, like, you know, Hunteg pretty much was going to take a very, very long break. And I personally didn't want to have to keep role-playing. Oh, yeah, he's somewhere. He's somewhere. So then when I chose to end that for that reason, so then that opened Mari up, and I planned for her to be single for a hot minute.
And then the KJ came around.
I suppose she was single for like a month. And I had a subathon, and I had a competition to see if Mari would ask Cora out on a date or KJ out on a date, and it was tied for like the longest time.
Oh shit. More like a week.
Either way, it would have been Kari. Because it would have been either Cari or Kari.
Yeah. I maybe like a question for me here as well, because KJ, he showed a little bit of interest a little bit early on. Then he let it be, but he was always there. Did you recognize that, or did like not you but your character, you know? Did you let your character like be aware of what's going on or not? Like,
I knew. Mari didn't know until like, I think Mari's first indication, I think, was like Zakid kind of being like, hey Mari, there's a man here for you and he's got
fucking
like,
sucky.
mutton chops and a cowboy hat and oh, he's got a nice chain, doesn't he? And I was just like, well, I knew, but like Mari was like, how is Zakid always doing this? Like he's a shit stir, but this is getting a bit much. And then like 2 days later, fucking Julian and fucking, not 2 days later, a couple weeks later, I think Julian and Nick were shit stirring, and she kind of pulled them aside to say, look, you guys can't do this. This is really fucking disrespectful. And then they were trying to be Pepega. So I thought, hey, I'm gonna fuck with them, and then I made Mari burst into tears.
That is something.
And then they both kind of freaked out. I felt bad. Like whenever like I do emotional RP, I feel bad because I feel like I do it fairly well to the point where people be like, oh no, poor Mari, but I'd be sitting there laughing my ass off. And I think I really break the illusion sometimes because I'm sitting there laughing. Because my character's like sad.
But yeah, but you do that sometimes, you know, like you're trying to roleplay. Like I hate to say it, but sometimes when you're in like heavy roleplay or like very very deep roleplay and you're roleplaying your character sad, to keep up the emotion you're laughing OC per se, you know. And I see my chat, I don't know if your chat does the same, but they're like, you're ruining the emotion, you're ruining the the scene by you laughing OC while your character is like sad.
Yeah, I do that. I've gotten to the point where I just have to mute my mic.
Oh, maybe I should start to do that as well then. Maybe a little bit more. I haven't thought about that.
My chat has a question for you.
Okay, yeah.
When is KJ gonna give Mari husbando energy to Mari's wifey energy?
What? Say that again. When is KJ gonna...
Okay, so when are you gonna match Mari's like waifu energy with KJ's husbando energy? No, KJ, Mari's giving him like, lunch boxes and karambits and, armor.
Oh, man.
Medical.
I don't know at the moment because how like from KJ's view is like, it's a lot, but he accepted because he had to talk with Mari about Mari being like, hey, I like to give stuff and I don't request anything back. But at the same time, KJ feel guilty because he wakes up every day and then he's getting something and he never... He tries to show that he appreciated, but he never get anything back per se, you know? But yeah, I don't know. Maybe he need to realize it or, yeah.
Mari doesn't care. That's just she does kind of compensate a little bit. Like she freaks out and thinks she doesn't do enough, and she does compensate that with like food and gifts because she's like, oh god, I need to make sure this person's okay.
Yeah, like a rare occasion he will like do something a little bit special and then it can be quiet again, you know, for like 2 weeks. How do you feel about that birthday for Mari?
I don't think Mari doesn't care. Like she got to, like Mari's birthdays haven't been the best. Like in her past, like one of her birthdays she got abandoned in the Australian outback for like the weekend on her own, and then another one, she got home alone in another one where her mum and like went on like a trip and kind of forgot that she was around, and she was like, okay, well I'm just gonna look after myself then.
Yeah, because Mari's birthday was like, okay, here's your gift. And then Mari was like, okay, let's take a trip. And she was driving the helicopter. At the same time, she was comforting KJ with what he went through on her birthday. It's kind of like the opposite of what should have been done, you know, for somebody's birthday.
Yeah, but I don't think Mari cares. Like, she has got some stuff going on, and she's probably going to talk to KJ about it at some point.
Yeah.
But right now, she's just, like, focusing on, like, making sure everything's okay, because she's, like, she's seeing all, like, she's kind of seeing Seaside kind of separate, and she's seeing, people she really cares about on both sides of it, and she wants to, be there for, like, both sides, but not, like, try and take anything either.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like, she doesn't want to be like, oh, how dare people do this, and oh, how dare that happens, or whatever. Like, she'll call it out for what it is. Like if like, you know, KJ says something stupid
Yeah.
in regards to like Ash to Mari will be like, what the fuck are you talking about, KJ? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, my chat's telling me that Mari and KJ are still in the honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
I said that earlier. Yeah, I said that
It's
earlier.
very
I said, you know,
early still, you know, it's like it's been a month now. They've been together.
As of right now, yes, it's the one entire month as of right now.
Yeah. That is crazy though. But that's the thing about KJ. He doesn't know when the month is happening or if it's 2 months or special occasions and stuff like that. You will sense that.
I did drop a hint yesterday. I was like to Mari was like, oh yeah, you know, we've been dating for like a month, you know, in about a day it'll be a month, it'll be a 1 month.
Yeah, you dropping the hint and KJ be like, oh, okay, that's great. Okay, and then it's like move on to the next shit, basically.
Yeah. What's your favorite Kari memory?
My favorite Kari memory? Oh man. There's too many to pick one. Should I be that guy right now? Nah. I think the favorite memory, like with the Kari, was maybe when Mari was like wanted to have a talk, and we were up at the observatory. I think when Mari was very nervous and very like first time she said, you know,
she used his own words against him.
Yeah, she used that moment when I heard that you used the same sentence, I was laughing my fucking ass off. That was so great. I think that's maybe the funniest or the best moment, I think.
I'd have to say the same. I literally watched that clip like 2 or 3 times and wrote out the words word by word so I could have Mari say the same
thing. and me realizing that you were saying the same word at the same time, I was stunned. I was like, wow. This is too great. This is too funny.
Yeah. I was like contemplating doing it before or after I came back from my trip, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna do it right before I go and let KJ stew on this for a hot minute.
Ooh. Why is Mari looking at Terry as, you know, like her kid or son or family?
I think it was despite someone. I can't remember. Originally, I think I can't remember. I think it might have been Harvey. Who said something along the lines of, or something about not adopting Terry, and Murray's like, oh, motherfucker, I'm going to adopt him now just to fuck you. Like, I think it started as I can't remember, but I'm 90% sure it started as like a spite thing. Like, Murray just, you know, because if someone's like, oh, you can't do that, I won't let you. Murray's going to be like, well, I'm going to go do that now.
That is actually kind of funny, though. I have another question for you, though. I think this is for both of us, actually, but do you think coming from 2 different gangs will be difficult with the secrets you'll have to keep from each other when it comes to the roleplay?
I personally don't think so. Like, Mari is used to that stuff. Like, she was with Freddy for like a year. Yeah. And he had to keep BBMC secrets from her, and he had to keep HOA secrets from her. Like,
was he BBMC before?
He was like a hang around. Like, he was.
Oh.
He wasn't fully patched, but he did have the jacket. Mari knew a lot of the shit because no one in BBMC can keep a secret to save their fucking life. Mari knew that, you know, Pez was a secret member. She knew that, like, Dundee was still alive and secret. Like, she knew all of that. She knew where they're, like... She knew that, like, the block their warehouse was on. She knew, like, a whole bunch of shit that she probably shouldn't have known. And 90% of that, Freddy didn't tell her. Like, the people around them did. And I'd just be sitting there like, dude, Maria's, like, standing right here. She'd be, like, screaming this out, but oh well.
But yeah, do you think it will be, like, some problems in the future, though, when it comes to the roleplay between them because of the secrets?
I don't think so. I will say one thing, because somebody in chat, like, I've had this one person in chat, like, ask me, like, 3 times now. They keep on asking me about, like, you know, oh, what's going to happen with, like, Michael, and when Mari finds out about Michael, blah, blah, blah. I think, like, I don't know if I want to say this, or if you want to wait until Mari reacts. Like, what do you prefer?
I think maybe it's more fun to get, you know, the reaction in character, maybe.
I won't tell you then.
That's why I like me personal, like, OC, when I roleplay my character, I don't like to of course, if there's some big event happening, you know, like if it's a big thing and I need to reach out OC, I will do. But apart from that, it's
same.
so much more fun for me as a role player, and I think as well for the people who are watching, when you don't know how the reaction will be or what will get out of that. You know, it's more authentic, and it's more, how should I put this? It creates a more authentic dynamic of the role play, and it feels more natural when you're role playing as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know where you come from. Like something you need to, you know, like I guess, you know, in the future we'll get to some bigger events or whatever, you need to reach out like OC and like, hey, this will happen this day or whatever. But apart from that, I think as far as it's going right now, everything is like non-planned, nothing OC planned. Basically, everything is natural coming together.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in that. I think there are some points where, like, you know, I'll message someone and say, hey, is this like too much, or is this okay? Is this subject okay? Like, I always make sure that the streamers are okay, or the streamers / the role players are okay with whatever's going on.
Yeah, of course, because you never know what the future will bring and what type of roleplay it comes into, you know. As long as both parties have fun with both, like, the character getting together and you know, if the future comes down to like the character is like falling apart again, you know, like it's like every party's having good time with the roleplay that's happening, because you never know what will get out of it. But yeah, how do you guys feel about Kari being the current ERP couple? Question mark. KW.
Oh, I have heard worse from people. I have heard. Have you guys not heard Finn and Cora? Oh my god. They are just as bad.
I don't think like I know that the ERP and the banters that's going on right now in 3.0, like if you were back in 2.0, I think it was the current ERP scene back in the days was much more heavier than what you're getting today.
Yeah, that's I find it funny. Like personally, like, you know, people are like, oh, how do you feel about that? What does your partner think about that? Like, rah, like, and I was like, dudes, I'm the kind of person that will, if I see an incline in my chat with someone saying, ew, that's cringe, I'll go, okay, and then I personally will just like go 10 times harder into that. Just because, again, I like to troll people. Like, if someone goes, oh, don't erp with KJ, that's nasty, I'll like literally go ahead and I'll send like an erp. Like, sometimes you'll notice that KJ will get like a random erp text message from Mari or something.
Yeah.
That's why, because someone in my chat has said something and I've just decided to say fuck you to them and I'll like just make the erp extra cringy. Okay,
extra cringy, yeah.
I think that's also one of the reasons why I put the parachute in the bedroom, because they were like, oh, at least there's no like erp stuff in here, and I was like, all right, bet. And I put a sex swing in front of the bedroom.
Yeah, because that's funny when it comes to roleplay, especially from my point of view. When it comes to Mari, is that I feel sometimes Mari is a little bit more hardcore when it comes, like KJ. He like, I like to like have a friendly banter around, you know. Stuff, and very direct about it when it comes to whatever, you know, and especially when it comes to the ERP stuff, and but at the same time trying to balance it, you know. But it's almost like Mari's more attached to that than KJ is. I don't know, what do you think?
I don't know, KJ has said some out of pocket things.
Yeah, probably.
And I'll just be blindsided by like the fucking glitter bomb. Fucking glitter bomb. Where I was like, oh yeah, this would be a funny present, and then KJ's like, oh yeah, I already exploded all that. I was like, what the
fuck? Yeah, but it's funny though, because I think we both are on the same length or same balance when it comes to what the characters are saying and doing, and have a good balance, you know, with that stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
But I have another question here though, and this is kind of like, I don't know if I want to ask this, but yeah, this is from one of my mods, actually. One of my mods. What will it take for Mari and KJ to break up? Asking for a friend.
I think if like KJ like broke Mari's trust, like she's definitely not gonna tolerate that as much with KJ as she did with Freddy, because she was burnt so badly by that.
Yeah.
So like something really big in breaking her trust, like on purpose, like for instance, like on purposely tricking her to hurt her on purpose, that would be one of them. Or like if he tried anything with Selena as well, not that he would,
Yeah.
but like Selena
you know about
is.
That? Or
like Mari hates Selena because she tried to steal like Freddy away from her, and then she tried to go after Nick in front of Lilith, and Mari just.
Do you know one of my plans, like OC with that stuff, like before KJ and Mari came together?
I heard about that, and I was like, I'm glad that he didn't actually do that, because if Mari found out that would have happened, she probably wouldn't be like friends with KJ out of the principle.
Probably not. But it would be a great arc, though.
That whole like thing of like trying to steal your girl, your man stuff just doesn't sit well with either me or Mari. Like I just would have like went, nah, I'm not dealing with this. And then Mari would have done the same. She would have been like, yeah, no, you were a good friend, but no, fuck you.
Yeah. No, that was the KJ's plan, when it comes to like, he was like, fuck, like she's still sticking with this guy and all of that, and I was like trying to figure out a way of like getting KJ what KJ wanted, a little bit egoistic, I would say, but his plan was then to set up Freddy with her and make sure that Mari could see that, so they broke up. And she's
with Sai now, so
yeah, but I think roleplay wise it would be a funny arc, but I think it would bite KJ hard because of that.
Yeah, it would have.
Yeah,
it 100% would have.
Yeah,
I got a question.
Yeah.
In regards to the crow RP, if you could roleplay as any animal, what would it be?
Oh, if I could roleplay as any animal, it has to be a hawk then, I guess. Hawkeyes,
A hawk.
No, I don't know. As any animal, I don't know what kind of animal.
Yeah. I'd be a raccoon.
A raccoon?
Yeah, I'd be a raccoon, and I would like run around the trash bins and people's like storages and stuff, and just like randomly take shit and replace it with other shit.
I think I would be a squirrel. I'm small and I can hide in trees and I can listen into every conversation everywhere.
Oh.
You're a sneaky bastard. KJ would be a parrot so he could continue yip-yapping. That is a good one. That would be funny though. How do you like the crow RP? Like the RP that comes from it?
I think it's good fun. I like random roleplay like that. And like Pez is really good with that sort of thing as well, because he tries to include like a lot of random people, and anyone he comes across, essentially he's not like sticking to only the people he knows or only certain streamers or whatever. He's just like, hey, this is a person, I'm gonna go rob them. Yeah.
He creates a lot of extend, like the other day when he did that shit to my car and he stole Nick's chain. Like, it ended up with us trying to pipe bomb the fucking shit out of it. We ended up pipe bombing cops and on a big chase and people going to prison. Like, there's so much stuff coming out from it. I have another question, though. Yeah. When is KJ buying Mari a house? You want to answer that?
Mari already has a house.
That's right!
She Uno reversed him. She gave him keys to her house. She Uno reversed him.
Yeah, KJ flexed that, to his friends, because everybody thinks he will buy a house, and he said, nah, I'm getting girls with house, so I can get their keys.
Yeah, that's one of the two. There's two reasons why I had Mari give KJ keys to that. One was so he could ride her bike around, and two was so if people kept, because like she knew that people kept on giving KJ shit about, oh, you're gonna buy her a house.
Yeah.
She'll be like, yeah, no, she's got me her house.
Oh damn. I have another question here. I think it's more for me though. What is the difference between Mari and Mina's relationship?
Oh.
Oh shit.
Mari knows all about that relationship because she was like Mina's shoulder to cry on. I don't think KJ knows, but Mari knows.
Were
Mari
you?
knows. Oh,
No, I
Mari
didn't know
knows.
that.
Mari knows everything.
So Mari knows how bad KJ hurt her on her best day?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it was the best day of my life.
A big oop. Oh,
yeah,
God.
Mari knows.
Oh, that is so great. I didn't know that, actually. I didn't know. That's
It's
a
just
big...
never come up in conversation, so like Mari hasn't felt the need to tell him because Mari's always like well, I want to like react to the people. Like I think Mari even helped Mina with like some of the toys that KJ gotten.
Oh. Yeah. I think though the big difference from like KJ's point of view with like the Mina stuff and Mari's, like Mina was kind of like rushed, you know. It happened at a event up at the gallery, I think, and I think it was Raymond Robana was like, "Aren't you guys together yet?" And KJ was like, "Fuck it." He was like, "Hey, you're my girlfriend now." "Yes, I am." And that's how it like kind of like started. It was like a little bit too rushed, too soon, to, you know, jump into some stuff.
Yeah, I think Mina is also a more demure character as well. Like she's more reserved and she's more, I guess, quiet, innocent.
Yeah,
I
think
don't
so
think
as
Mari
well.
is any of those things.
Mari is very outspoken and very direct and like she's kind of and like can be, how should I put this? Sweet, but you know, if you step over, she will be like, "Bum," like fuck that. And KJ needs that stuff, you know, like per se as well as a character.
I think I'm waiting for KJ to be like, "Shut up, Mari," because there's so many times that Mari's been like, "KJ, shut up," and I'm just waiting for the day where KJ does the same thing back to her.
You will never know. You will never know. Damn, I didn't know you guys were best friends though. That can create some spicy roleplay.
They weren't best friends, they were just co-workers, but like, you know, Mina would like vent to Mari sometimes. She'd be like, "Oh, I haven't heard from KJ, I haven't," like he's been like, and then Mari would be like, "If the motherfucker can't fucking like spend 2 fucking seconds to say hello to you, like just fucking don't worry about it, go do something else with your life," and shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
Because I mean, there was apparently a big wall of blue texts a lot of the times and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a spicy one.
Okay.
Is there anything KJ would change about Mari?
Oh no. Cannot ask about that.
I'll answer for like KJ. If like our answers are reverse.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay, you go first then. If there's anything you could change about KJ, I guess, if the question was different, you think, or
his goldfish brain.
What?
His goldfish brain. Mari will tell him something and then he'll forget. Like I remember, and I pissed myself laughing, like, where, like, I think KJ dropped her off and Mari said, "Oh, I left a bunch of food for you in the glove box. Don't," and then as he drove away, Mari's like, "Don't forget, there's food in the glove box." And then not even 10 minutes later, like, because I was watching your stream at the time.
Yeah.
You were, like, KJ was sitting in the car with Benji and was like, "Oh, I'm hungry." And Benji's like, "Oh, I'll put food in the glove box for you." That was the food Mari put in the glove box for KJ. Benji not only took out half the food that was for KJ, he took half the food and then left KJ with the scraps and then said, "Oh yeah, I bought that." And I'm sitting there thinking, "Oh my god, this is hilarious."
You would change the goldfish memory. Okay. I think that's a hard one though. I don't think that's only like, that's not KJ's fault, I would say, all the time.
No, that's not KJ's fault all the time.
No, that is more Kung Fu, basically. It's the funniest part because I can remember what happened like a special day last year, you know? I can remember what happened 2 weeks ago. But what happened yesterday, I don't remember. But I can remember what happened yesterday in like 2 weeks' time, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird how it works.
As for anything else, I don't think there's a lot that Mari would change right now. Like, Mari's still in that phase of she's trying to, like, you know, learn more about KJ and understand him and stuff, and she's just chilling. She's just vibing.
Yeah, I think it's the same with KJ as well.
Any issues that she has, I think she's already, like, spoken to him about, and that nothing's been, like, terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe if it comes from KJ, it can maybe be something in the future if it becomes like too much of one thing, you know, like if, but I think he will say something if it is, you know what I mean? Because like for example, you have the food stuff, like Mari always have foods and notes and stuff like that, and it's sweet and it's good, you know. But I think if it becomes over the top, if that makes sense, that can be something that KJ want to change, or I would like to change, like if I was KJ. But I think as well KJ will say something. At the moment he's like saying it's okay because Mari said, you know, like, I like to do this stuff, this is me, this is what you get, you know what I mean? And she said as well she don't need anything in return because she's doing it.
Who would you poach from Seaside besides KJ? Same question for Kongfue, but for HOA.
Oh.
Who would I poach? Cora.
You would poach Cora?
Yep.
Damn. Who would I poach from HOA?
Yeah. Aside from Mari.
Should I think like Kung Fu or should I think like KJ?
I don't know. I just said Cora. I guess both from Mari and from a Mari and a Chandra perspective, that would have been my answer. So.
Without poach, I think it would be Sis.
Hey. Yeah, you have fun. You have fun with that molding, man. You have fun with that old man.
Oh no, it has to be Julio. Come on.
Have fun enjoying eating people.
Where have we been? I haven't seen him. Take the leader, of course. Take the leader. You know, thinking about the resource here. You know, how much KJ is a practical guy. You know.
Yeah, I just think that you know, Cora would get along well with some of the people around, and she'd be around during the AU times, which is good for me because most of the HOA are NA, so I don't get to see them a lot.
Yeah, how do you feel like
Mari.
the server is at the moment? Like, from Mari's point of view, is it like a lot of stuff going on, or I guess you can see there's a lot going on in different gangs at the same time, and you get like some sort of like small drops here and there about the tea, but not like the fully.
This is actually a conversation that Mari plans to have with KJ in character.
Ah, okay,
how she's been feeling about things. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about that.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that then.
Yeah. But I got another question. Is Mari reserved or guarded with KJ because of what she heard about with the other relationship? No. I think if anything, she's more so reserved or guarded because of her previous relationship with Freddy. Like, she's more reserved about that. The things that she's heard from Mina in regards to KJ, she thinks, well, that's the relationship between KJ and Mina. That's not me and KJ. That's true. That's a different relationship. That's Mari's thoughts on it.
Yeah, but did Mari think anything about that when KJ was like trying to scoop in, you know, like of the history knowledge Mari had with Mina?
Like, Mari was a little bit like hesitant when she first met KJ. Not that she ever thought of him as a potential partner because she was with Freddy, so that didn't even cross her mind.
Yeah.
But like, he was like, "Oh, this guy's a bit of a player, hey." Like to us, like, because you know she would see him like, you know, flirting with everyone and just being like, "Hey, what's good? Hey, what's goosey?" So like, like I think what was the first, like, one of the first things he asked her was, "Hey, are you single?"
Was that the first thing KJ asked her? No shot.
Like I think they had a couple conversations, but like it was literally the same day that he met her properly, like. Because Mari's like, oh yeah, I've seen you, you know, over here and there. And I think Mari even said, oh yeah, I've seen you around with like Mina and stuff when you two used to be together and whatnot. And then KJ went off and did something, and then he came back a bit later and he's like, hey Mari, are you single?
Yeah, because the first day KJ met Mari was like, we were doing something and we drove you back to your car at Mirror Park, I think. The orange car you had. A long time ago.
Yeah. I think that was the baller. Yeah, we were looking for like fish oil. No, yeah, we're looking for oil.
We're looking for yeah. Like I knew about you before. I met you before that, but that was like the first time you were like hanging out with us. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Same with Mari and KJ, but like that's when he was like, "Hey, are you single?"
But how do you like it so far? It's been fun. It's been good. Like you enjoyed the arc. role playing that comes out of it and everything.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. Like, I said this to my, like, chat, I think it was earlier today or the last time I'm streaming, I can't remember because I've been sick up the fucking real sick. I said that, you know, they're doing this, like, fun stuff with, like, KJ's actually, like, you know, the most, like, lighthearted fun I've had in a while, so it's just been really nice and relaxing.
Change of pace, maybe, because we do things a little bit differently than maybe you're used to with the HOA stuff, and that's the funny part about different gangs and different vibes with different people is like everybody's like kind of like doing the same. Everybody's boosting, robbing banks and stuff like that, but when you join different people, you have a different view on stuff and different way of handling stuff and doing it.
Oh yeah, like I remember doing a bank with like Han and Terry, and it was like the most chill bank I've ever done. Everyone was just like, "Hey, what do you want to do?" "Oh no, let's do this. Do you want to do thermite?" "Yeah, I'll do the thermite." "Hey, I need help with drills. Can you help me with the drills?" "Yeah, man, I'll come help you." Like it was like so relaxing and chill. I'm sitting there used to like the like craziness of HOA banks, and I'm just like,
yeah, because we're very practical. Like Seaside is a bunch of people very practical when it comes to stuff, you know. Where you have like HOA is more like BBMC and Lost. They're more chaotic and more screaming and yelling and everything is happening at the same time.
Yeah, I think it depends on what group you're doing banks is, because I've done banks as other HOA members and it's been pretty chill. Like we've just been pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know that was just like a cool experience. We got how is a Kari fight going to look like?
I don't want to get into that. I hope we don't get to that yet, at least. But everything will happen for a reason, and everything will happen in the moment, I guess.
Yeah, I think both KJ and Mari are very. So far, they seem pretty honest with each other, even with the shit that they can't talk about. Like KJ will say, "Oh, I gotta go do business," or "Oh, I have to go do this meeting with this person. Sorry, you can't come. Oh, I can't talk about it." And Mari will be like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Like. And then, you know, vice versa, like Mari would say, "Oh, I have to," like, she's been doing some stuff with, like, you know, Andy lately. And she'll probably tell KJ, "Oh, yeah, I've got to go do some stuff with Andy. I can't talk about it." And KJ will be like, "Okay."
Yeah.
I don't think fights will happen too often with them because they're both, like, very straightforward, honest people. I'll just say it how it is.
They're very direct and they're very trusting in each other. And I think that's a good thing as well, because that's something that can make the arc last for a longer time. And it depends on the role players as well, you know, how long they want the arc to last, like from your point of view with your character and from my point of view with my character.
Yeah.
It's like, how long do you want to deal with this? But at the same time, you know, like we are both, I think, slow burns, so we like to like keep it for a while, you know, the RP, the build up to this arc has been so long.
It really has.
Yeah. And I don't think it will be ending anytime soon.
But yeah, I don't have any plans for it too, but I don't know what roleplay will bring. But Mari is one of those people where if she's in a relationship with someone, she's probably not gonna, like, you saw how long her relationship was with Freddy and all the things that she could have left him for but didn't. Like, when Mari's in a relationship with someone, she's in it for the very, very long haul.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's the same with KJ as well. But we will see. You never know what the future will bring and what comes up and what's around the corner, you know, when it comes to the roleplay.
Yeah, I'm having fun too. That's the main thing. What made Mari give KJ a chance?
Ooh. Hey, that's a juicy question.
Ooh, I'm trying to think. A lot of people have turned around and said that they think it was like, you know, Seaside's intervention with Benji and all that stuff. And if anything, that was probably pushed her away from KJ more than anything else. As I said, Mari is a very good person, but sometimes when she gets emotional, she can act a little bit out of spite. Yeah. She probably, even if she had feelings for him, if they kept on pushing that way, she'd probably be like, "You know what, I'm not going to date KJ just because you guys are being shits about it." Yeah.
But it was a funny thing though with the cows and everything. Holy fuck.
Where the fuck are our cows?
Oh man.
Where are our cows, Kongfue? We don't have our cows. Where are they? We don't
have the cows, man. That was so fun.
Where are our cows? I want our cows. I think at the end it was probably a few talks she had with Lilith. So I think you need to thank Lilith for that more than anything else, because Lilith has been Lilith is very direct with Mari. Like, you know, like when Mari says, you know, talks about Freddy and stuff, like, she never says, oh no, Freddy's a terrible person, rah. She's like very honest. She was never like, how dare he? She was just like, oh, he's an idiot, but I understand why this happened and all this stuff. Like, she was much more pragmatic with her discussions than anything else, and that really helped Mari, I guess.
Ooh, but then I maybe have a question though. Like,
Yeah.
Freddy, like the character Freddy and KJ, like what is their differences, you know? Like from Mari's point of view, from your character's point of view.
Oh my god, so many.
Oh.
So many. Freddy was Mari's first like actual very long-term partner.
Yeah.
Before Freddy, Mari had dated someone for like 2 weeks and that was about it. So Mari went into, I think that's another reason why Mari stayed with him for so long, is because he was her first like proper partner. And I think without even realizing that sometimes you do try and continue to make excuses and try and make things work with your first partner because you think it's like forever. And that's how I role played her. Freddy is like a Labrador puppy.
Oh, okay, okay.
He's very chaotic. He's like very... Yeah, I think the best way to describe Freddy would be like a Labrador puppy with like, who forgets a lot of things, with memory issues, I guess. Does that sound bad? That sounds so bad. I'm sorry, Hunter. And KJ is... Have you ever seen that comic with that cute little cat, and the cat's like a little tiny crazy kitten, and then like the old dog is like an old war-torn dog, and he's very old, and he's an ex like war dog, and he's got scarring and everything. Brutus, and he's like, you know, he's a bit more like refined, he's a little bit more reserved, but he's so secretly a teddy bear.
Yeah.
But no, there's so many differences, and I think that's just also the style of roleplay as well.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
Huntake himself said that he didn't really do relationship RP too good.
Oh man, I'm horrible at it. You will see.
I'm like so. I'm so at it. But like, I think, you know, there's just differences in roleplay, and then like,
I think it's a funny Chandra of roleplay, you know, and it's funny to dip into that type of. I think you as well, like. Is like a slow burn role player. I'm as well, so I think it's an arc that can last for a long time. I see a lot of other role play arcs going on. It's like one day they're together, the next day they break up, you know, like it's very fast paced relationship arc, if that makes sense, you know. But I have another question here as well. Will KJ ever change his stance on marriage? This is okay. What is Mari's stance on marriage and roleplay marriage and stuff like that?
I think Mari would be willing to give it a chance again in the future, but right now she's kind of burnt to it. Like she appreciates marriage for what it is, but she doesn't feel like you need to get married.
Yeah.
To like show someone that you love them. And I think, right now, no, I don't think she'd get married. In the future, that could change, but yeah, I think her thoughts are, you don't need to be with someone, you don't have to be married to love someone, but she could also be more open to it in the future if like things went really, really well and it was like a question was asked to her or something. But yeah, she's just vibing right now.
He's just vibing. Yeah, I think KJ is very stale when it comes to marriage. He doesn't believe in marriage, you know, because he thinks like you should treat people. The marriage shouldn't be the different taker, you know what I mean? He's very like, if you're married or not married, you should be like the same person anyway. Marriage doesn't change, but of course you have the rings and everything like that. But yeah, maybe that's what KJ need to do, you know. Next gift for Mari, the rings.
Well, you gotta get her before the crow gets her, because she's already engaged.
At the moment, he's losing Mari to a crow.
yeah, the crow's swooping on in.
But marriage roleplay is pretty funny to watch, and I've been in different churches, you know, in Los Santos where there's been marriage and everything is going to shit, and it's funny and it's SPS and everything. But I don't know. Will KJ ever change his stance to that? I would not say yes or no. I don't know. At the moment, he's like, he doesn't believe in it, and he's like, yeah, I'm never gonna get married. It's kind of like one of his character traits, but yeah, let's see what the future. Maybe Mari will change that. I don't know. Maybe.
Should just keep giving him food.
When did you start role-playing? How did you get into role-playing, and why? And who are you watching, like, before you went into role-play?
Oh, like I've been role playing since I was like since my first year of high school, essentially, like on like roleplay forums and stuff. Like I was on a .hack forum
Oh,
for the anime .hack sign, and then I would like be in different other like we'd have like little tiny roleplay group on Skype, and I had a different roleplay group on MSN, and they had like roleplay things on Gaia Online where they had like these threads and stories and so I'm like I was really into writing. I wanted to be a writer when I was younger.
yeah.
I loved writing. And then like so I was just on a whole bunch of different roleplay websites. I never actually really did like kind of server roleplay like this until like Nopixel like fully. Like I did a little bit here and there on WoW, but people
Yeah.
not really like it was more trolly than anything else.
Yeah.
But that's also because I never really had access to the internet either, like when I was younger.
Yeah.
My internet was at high school. Like I didn't have internet at home because we couldn't afford it. I didn't have like a phone that could you go on the internet or anything like that. I'd literally go to friends' houses and like do we type up stuff.
Yeah. Okay. But
In
what
terms
got
of
you into
Nopixel,
Nopixel, and how did you know about like GTA roleplay and Nopixel and the GTA
probably
roleplay scene?
my friend Ali. She's actually an admin on the Whitelist server. She was been bugging me to join for ages. And I would have joined back in 2.0, but for some reason FiveM could never work on my computer. Like it literally, we did everything. I
Oh.
had like people here, I had her helping, I had another person who ran his own FiveM server trying to help. It just would never work on my computer. So I
Oh.
gave up on bothering.
Yeah.
And then like when 3.0 rolled around, I was like, oh, I'll try like fixing FiveM again. And I don't know, maybe it's because I updated my computer between then, but then like it just started randomly working and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm gonna go join like GTA RP. So I did.
Damn. Now
But
you're here.
yeah, I think it would have been mostly Ali, maybe a little bit Kiva. I actually used to watch Kiva way, way, way back before she was even Kiva. Because we used to be part of the same stream team.
Oh, okay. Eva.
And like
Who is Kiva again?
Andy
She.
Jones. Andy Jones.
Ah, Andy Jones. Okay, okay, okay.
And I kind of remember I was looking through my Twitch list and I was like, who the fuck's Kiva? I don't remember following anyone named Kiva. And when I started watching her and I saw her doing the mayor stuff and I heard her voice and then I heard her singing and I was like, oh, I know exactly who this is. I didn't realize me being in my fucking dumbass self didn't even realize that she had like gone through a rebranding. And I sort of started watching her a bit and then I was like, oh, this is the same thing that Ali's been telling me to go on. Oh, maybe I should actually go on to this. This looks like a little bit of fun.
Damn.
And then I did. And then I didn't start watching people until I actually started being on the server. And then I think I started watching her and I started watching Ali and then I watched a bit of Lycium because, he was like, one of the first people Mari ran into in the server. Pretty sure he hit on her as well.
So you didn't watch any role play like from bigger streamers on Nopixel before you joined? You started to watch them after you joined?
Yeah, I did after I joined.
Who is your... Okay, what is your favorite character on Nopixel right now? And the streamer with that character? What do you like to watch the most?
That's a hard one because I like watching different people for different reasons.
Yeah, I do as well. I know it's a hard one. It's a hard question.
Yeah. I love watching like Sherry or Roxmerl because I love their takes on everything.
Yeah.
And it's more relaxed. Like it's less like poggies, woggies, and all that other shit. It's just like fun. I watch Ash, I think, for the same reasons. Like I love like listening to like their kind of like out of character thoughts and takes and stuff.
Yeah.
I watch you sometimes if I'm not streaming just because I'm like, what the fuck is KJ up to today? I think Ziggy with his Norman Bones stuff is really interesting. Like, I like the idea of like people putting like a little bit of sprinkle like the paranormal stuff into the server, but like not being excessive.
not too
So
over the top with it, basically, but it's the same with serial killers, you know, like it's good roleplay when it's not over the top, when it's like slow burn.
Yeah. So that's another reason why I've been like watching Kiva, because hers is a very, very, very slow burn.
Yeah.
So, and I like watching that sort of thing.
Yeah.
If it's something that I want to learn about in RP, I have to click away as well, because I don't want to know. Like, there's been a whole bunch of times where I've like turned away from a stream. Like, I've turned away from you, I've turned away from Lyceum, from like Loz, from Kiva. Like, every single streamer I've watched, I've gone, oh, I don't want to know about this yet, and I'll like stop watching.
I'm gonna say, if I could say one thing, like from my point of view, like the favorite person and the favorite character I like to watch, and I watched a lot of hours, was Dashmendi on Nino. That is like my ultimate like Nino arcs. I don't know if you've seen that or know about Nino and that character from Dashmendi. Him on that character is amazing, and the arcs he's going through with the character is so good. He's playing that character to the teeth, you know, like so damn well. He's like a business character, like a godfather figure, and his trait is like he's addicted to coke, and he takes a lot of coke, and he's a women's man, but at the same time a businessman, and he thinks he knows it all. So it's like it's so good.
I was gonna say, I love when people like role play detrimental stuff when they do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It annoys people though. I remember when like Freddy first introduced Mari to meth, I went on a whole like 4-month arc where she got addicted to it, and then like was having withdrawal symptoms and was like really like lashed out at people and was very short and angry and shit. And then she was like, then she had to try and go off it and stuff. And people, I remember at the time, people were kind of annoyed at me because they were like, this is really hard to roleplay with Chandra. And I was like, yeah, but it's realistic.
Yeah.
Think of the realism.
Go the realism.
I love it when other people do stuff like that.
Yeah, I like it as well. Same with Nick. It was so hard, like Nikes, to roleplay with him when he was angry and upset about his brother. But it was so real. It felt so authentic, you know. It felt like this is like a person I have dealt with in real life, you know, who's going through a hard time. If that makes sense.
I got a question. Do either of you have any tips for anyone that would want to start RPing, whether it be GTA, D&D, or anything else? I think I'll start with that. I think just start with what you're comfortable with. Don't worry about trying to make a character or a scenario that is like crazy with like lasers or magic, or that you think people want to see. Create something that you want to do, not what you think other people want to see, and it'll just sort of grow and evolve from there.
Yeah. And jump in where you want to, you know, if you're looking towards like GTA or D&D or whatever type of roleplay, go for what you want. Yeah. Because if you are having fun, people are having fun watching you as well. If you have a great time. If you want to stream it at the same time, of course.
This question I think was also asked at the panel, and I think pretty sure it was Pez who said this, and I agree with him. It was either Pez or Shane, I can't remember which one of them said it. But they pretty much said, say yes to everything. So, and I think that's a fantastic advice for someone coming into like one of these server things. Like if someone comes up to you and says, hey, do you want to go for a ride in my car? You know what the fuck's going to happen, but you just say, yeah, sure, okay. And then just like jump in the car and see where that takes you.
Yeah.
Because if you keep saying no, then you're going to deny not only yourself, but others a chance to roleplay.
You can go from being a hostage to become a good friend.
I mean, that's how Freddy and Mari kind of ended up dating. He took her as a hostage.
Yeah,
so,
but that's the thing. Like, look at everything as an opportunity to roleplay, and don't care about your character being treated wrong or not wrong. You know, like look at everything like an extension of roleplay. And I think if you look, I think it's a famous saying about Whippy. You know, because a lot of people getting angry because of small stuff. You know, when it comes to roleplay, and he's always like, look at the roleplay to everything that happens to your character or to you is to be continued. If you're in a chase with the cops and let's say something bad happens that shouldn't have happened and you get in handcuffs. Okay. In a perfect world, you wouldn't be in handcuffs right now, but you are. Don't be upset or don't just shut down, but like think about, oh, to be continued, more roleplay, more content. or good stories, and have that in the back of your head when you're role playing all the time. And you can think when you're new, especially on GTA, every new person who goes into GTA, you become a hostage in the beginning so many times. It starts to get annoying. But remember,
so
everybody's been there. Have you guys encountered any problems while role-playing as Kari? Or you guys are Gucci and Chad is chill? Question mark.
So far, yeah, everything's been pretty chill. Like, I've warned people, like, not to be like hateful towards anyone. Like in the beginning I was worried that people might be a little bit like, oh fuck, like Freddy sort of thing, but no one that I've seen has been. They've all been pretty chill. And I think that's because I warned people from the start. If anyone says any of this shit, you're gonna be fucking out of here. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, that's a good.
No, chat's been chill.
That's been chill. Everything is chill. Nobody's trying to force you as Chandra to roleplay Mari a certain way towards KJ.
Nope.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
As I said, if anything, out of pure spite, I've got like the worst thing I think I've seen, and I've already said this, is that every now and again, like someone will say, "Oh, that's a bit cringy," or "Too sweet," ew. And if I ever see that, I just make it extra awkward just to spite people. So
that is all Gucci. Hey, do you play horror games? I'm down to do some funny stuff for the future as well. It's Gucci. Like, this is the first time ever I think I talked to you. OC?
Like, we've had like very small discussions
here and there, yeah, but nothing like this. Did you guys talk about boundaries, OC? No, we haven't talked about boundaries, no. I think I think we both are pretty much, we can read the room. I don't know if you recognize, sometimes like when I try to read the room and I see like, okay, probably a little bit too far, I shut down, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Change. I think it's been...
We haven't...
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sorry?
I don't think we haven't had that discussion yet, but I think if like something comes up, like I trust Kongfue to like tell me, hey, this is...
Yeah,
this
and
something I want to deal with. And
that goes both ways. Yeah, it goes both ways. Like, I think, like, as a role player, like, we are kind of like, how should I put this? We are actors, you know? And
yeah,
in some form of way. And I think if you're knocking on the wrong door or whatever, I hope, and I said it so many times, I hope people reach out, and I will do that, especially from my side, you know. If there's something I think, okay, this is too much, or I don't want to go down this lane, you know, I will reach out.
And I think I'll do the same.
Yeah.
I will do the same. What am I talking about? I would do the same. In character, is there any one of Mari's friends against? Every single one of Mari's friends absolutely fucking loves KJ. Even like, Andy, like, when she like when she's like, Mari be like, hey, I'm gonna go hang out with KJ, I'm on the radio, but like, so just hit me up if you need me, but if you're wondering where I am, that's where I am. Yeah. Then I'll get a phone call, which be like, how are you going? How's KJ? What did he do for your birthday? Did he treat you right on your birthday? What did he buy you? Like, and every time Mari's like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out, and she's like, oh, he's actually spending time with you. Oh. And like, even Lilith, when KJ called Mari earlier today, she's like, wow, someone who actually calls their partner when he wakes up in the morning. Wow. Can't imagine what that's like.
So KJ is scoring some goals here and there. He's doing good. Okay, that's good.
KJ's gonna put Nick in the doghouse, I think. Without even meaning to. Because then like, you know, like, in character, like, I Lilith did mention to Mari, oh, you know, Nick and I had a bit of an argument, but we worked it out. Mari's like, yeah, you know, fucking don't let people walk over. You're beautiful. You're amazing. Yada yada yada. Yeah. And then I think Mari was just like, you know, I can't remember. They were talking about how bad that people in Seaside are with their words sometimes.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, KJ calls up and then he comes. He's like, "Hi, Mari. Oh, you're so good to me. Oh, isn't this sweet?" And all that other stuff. And I'm sitting there looking at Lilith, thinking to myself, "Oh my god, she's just had a fight with her partner." And KJ's just like, "Oh, Mari, I love you. Oh, you go." So I think KJ inadvertently put Nick in the doghouse.
Damn. Oh man, that is something, man. I have another one here as well, though. Is KJ's character going to look more chunky as Mari keeps feeding him?
Oh yeah, that's her plan. She's gonna make him so he can't like run away from her. And then she's gonna lace his food with like nicotine so he gets addicted to it.
Damn, I need to reach out to somebody in the and get a big KJ.
City to city, I'm flying leers. You know what time it is. 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 All I do is W.